Swindon's finest, Lawrence Charlet. Obviously took a bit of a hit with the axle earlier on.
Former Europe's strongest man. Lawrence has been there and done it. 4th at World's Strongest Man. Retired after a lot of injuries a couple of years ago, but he's back for one night only, as you said, Danny. And he's got a good grip as well, Loz. No doubt about it. But 1 minute 14 of Evan Singleton is, well, it's only just over 10 seconds away from the world record, so that's a tough time to beat. A minute is a good one.
Yeah, a very tall order. The gauntlet thrown down by Singleton. Charlet looking very steady.
Yeah, when you start to see the shake, that's when you start to worry, and he's still looking pretty calm at the moment. Keep pulling in the oxygen as these 200-kilo pillars pull you apart.
Yes, which is a terrible way to go. But the concentration here, especially, I guess, in a venue like this, the Royal Albert Hall will probably mean more to Charlet than many of the others.
He looks in some pain.
Yep. Oh, so close to Schmork-Stellis's 102, but 55.15 seconds puts him in 3rd place currently.
Left hand started opening up, didn't it? He knew it. His right hand was rock solid. Perhaps he's had an injury there.
Into Iron Biby then. In the lead overall so far. Just riding a wave at the moment.
There's Mark Felix, the world record holder. He's broken the record on 3 different occasions. But Iron Biby, I tell you what, he's got some mighty mitts on him. Enormous big hands. He's had a good start to this session. He's wearing the Burkina Faso traditional outfit, Danny.
As am I. What progress now from Iron Biby. Such concentration, that sweat again pouring down his face after shy of 30 seconds.
He's got little headphones in his ears there, trying to block out the noise, or maybe he's got some music playing. Try and get him into the zone, eh? It's working well.
Yes. His face shifting to one of real determination now.
He's gone for a really wide stance to try and get his arms as flat as possible. Less pressure.
He's really fighting now, bearing down on Schmork-Stellis's time of 1 minute 2 seconds. Oh, he's going to beat that, isn't he? Yes. Now, Singleton's time of 1 minute 14 to beat. Can he hold on?
He's doing really well here. Screaming it out now, he's going to do it. He's asking for the time from his brother.
Well, that was incredibly close. He's done it, though. 1 minute 15. And Mark Felix realising he's got a real contender there.
Isn't he just? My goodness me, Felix. He's going to have to fight tonight. He's got his kilt on as ever.
Well, what a battle.
He just had that time and broke it. I think if Singleton hadn't done that, he wouldn't have gone as long, but he was chasing a target there. And then remember, the time is when they hit the pad as it falls.
Well, the world record holder takes to the stage on the Royal Albert Hall.
When this man steps between the pillars.
Knowing he's really, I mean, maybe for one of the first times, he's going to feel under intense pressure here.
But he's got to start by pulling them in as hard as he can, just as Biby did. He looks a little bit loose there. But then again, he takes the weight and not even a grimace. I've tried these, Danny, and when that weight comes on, it shocks you. Your eyeballs pop out your head with the pain.
Strong and steady. Mark Felix. 3 men so far, of over 1 minute. This is a man who wants the world record.
He looks so calm, doesn't he? He's been training for this. He has had a little bit of a hamstring injury recently, but that shouldn't affect his grip. 55 years old as well, Danny. We've got to say it. No one said it yet. Unbelievable.
We'll make sure to say it a few more times today. But 55.
45 years off 100, Danny.
Well, this is a very, very strong, measured performance from Mark Felix.
He's passed Loz, and he's passing Schmork-Stellis. Oh
Oh no! Mark Felix, I don't know what went wrong there. I mean, I do, he dropped it, but I don't know why.
It is really heavy, and I guess it shows Mark Felix is he's mortal.
Well, we never thought we'd say it, but Mark Felix is mortal. And Iron Biby is with Terry right now.
Biby, 2 wins out of 2. What a fantastic start. Did you expect to be in this position after 2 events?
Yes, because I've been really training hard. And like I said, it's just my injury that is bugging me. And my goal was to break that record too. But I will come back for it. I feel like if I'm fit, I can break it.
Just the one world record so far today then from Biby, but the mighty man from Burkina Faso takes top spot again, just edging past Evan Singleton, with remarkably Mark Felix only 3rd. So, after 2 events of 5, Biby also holds on to top spot, extending his lead now to 5.5 points over Singleton, with Novikov, the 2020 world's strongest man, in 3rd. Record-breaking Iron Biby, 2 wins from 2, but can the gentle ginger giant keep his rivals at arm's length? Time for event 3 with Colin and Danny.
So, event 3 is the axle deadlift. You have 60 seconds and 360 kilos to deal with. Pao Dwyer managed 3 reps and turned purple. Then it was the deadlift king, Mark Felix, and that hamstring put him out of that event. Meanwhile, Smork Stellis managed 2 reps, and the Stoltman boys went head-to-head. Luke managed 1, Tom managed 2, and sprayed the room.
I'd like you to welcome
So,
representing Great
enjoying the action,
Mr.
Adam Bishop.
And ladies
He will be going head-to-head against Novikov, also a great deadlifter.
strongest man from Ukraine.
Actually set a new 18-inch deadlift for max world record in 2020.
Well, they're just strapping on here. Really thick bar makes it very hard to grip, so these straps allow them just to relax and pull it all the better. And Bishop wasting no time at all. 3 reps to beat. Surely he's going to blow past that.
Well, he is one of the most, if not the most, technically gifted deadlifters on the planet, already up to 4 reps.
Look how narrow his feet are. It's a perfect position to pull from. Novikov a little wide, a little inefficient here. But we've seen him pull some big deadlifts, Danny. Never count him out.
Well, look at this. Up to 7. Remember, the world record is 8, thanks to Martins Lissis. Bishop will be knocking on the door of that with 20 seconds to go.
How many more can Novikov grind out like that? That was brutal.
Well, I spoke way too soon. Adam Bishop's had enough, but he's done enough. 7 reps for Bishop. Novikov also beaten, managed 6. In the lead with the axle deadlift. Bishop with Novikov in 2nd.
That's really taken it out of them, hasn't it? Well, let's have a look at Bishop's face here. That was the first one. That flew up. 360 kilos. Now we move on to Lawrence Charlet, who's another great deadlifter. Or was. It'll be interesting to see how Big Loz gets on.
Well, especially up against one of the tallest athletes, Gavin Bilton. Former soldier, looks like an 80s New York cop.
There's a magnificent mustache, no doubt about it. Heaviest man to ever compete at World's Strongest Man when he debuted in 2020. Oh, Lawrence Charlet struggling at the knees. He said this was the hardest thing to get back in shape for, just pure heavyweight off the floor.
That's good work from Charlet. Bilton plowing ahead onto 3.
Big shake of the legs there from Charlet. Oh, he'll be happy with that. That's a face-saving 3. Believe it or not, he was once the deadlift world record holder, and over a decade ago now. Big Gab's run out of puff, I think.
Has he got time for one more? He has. Knows he can do it if he hurries.
Charlet may well have worked the clock here perfectly if he can squeeze one out. Crowd will go nuts.
Wow, look at that. What a triumph from Charlet. Oh, well, that has taken it out of him. And just when we thought it was Bilton that was going to do that, Charlet pulls it off.
That's the experience right there. He got his timing just right with each rep. And just enough in the tank, or it didn't really actually. He really I don't know where he got the energy to pull that last one from.
Well, that was an extraordinary performance.
Is that smile or pain?
So hard to tell.
So, Lods, you did really well there. I assume, obviously, coming back from the injury, you're soaking up the atmosphere, really enjoying being in front of a crowd again.
It's absolutely amazing. I mean, you and me know what we started at with Strongman, in leisure centres, car parks, to be at the Royal Albert Hall in front of so many awesome fans. It's just a dream come true for me.
Yeah.
Regardless of the result, I'm just loving every minute.
He is representing Burkina.
Also loving every minute at the minute is Iron Biby on epic form this evening. First in the axle press, first in Hercules Hold. Will it be a hat-trick? They're looking to stop him. T-Rex, Evan Singleton. His trademark dinosaur roar.
Evan Singleton.
Yeah, the former WWE wrestler.
Biby.
Oh my goodness, now Singleton is not known as a deadlifter. That's shocking. He's put in his homework.
He has, or he doesn't know he's not supposed to be good at this.
Look how wide Biby's grip is, just because of his enormous hip girdle and shoulders and chest. He's almost at the end of the bar.
Oh, yeah, neck and neck at the moment. 4 reps each. The shake of the camera as those weights hit the ground.
Singleton and Biby.
Oh yeah, Singleton for 5, Biby demands. Slides it up the thighs and gets it just.
Just eases up there, he's had enough at 5. Well, this is a moment for Singleton.
This is our final pair here. Those 7 reps from Bishop are gonna hold.
Well, he's happy enough with that. Iron Biby and his third equal with 5 reps. As does, of course, Evan Singleton.
Well, neither man's really known as a great deadlifter, and both men doing 5 reps there. They're on good form tonight, that's for sure. Singleton's loving it.
As is this man. Both men take third then. Iron Biby, the great-grandson of a king, here at the Royal Albert Hall.
So, Adam Bishop takes the deadlift ahead of Novikov, with Biby this time down in third with Evan Singleton. Terry's braved the unique atmosphere of the changing room to hear from Bish.
Adam, amazing effort there. How do you feel about the rest of the competition now?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, the first 2 events didn't go the way I wanted them to, especially the axle. But it's good to get a banker event for me, and the deadlift's coming up straight after. And obviously, I've got another good event for me now with the frame carry. So try and get my breath back, get my back settled down, and we're going to go for a fast time on the frame carry.
Okay, and you've currently got the record on this?
Yeah, I've got one record at 8.28 seconds, so it's going to be rapid. I think I'm up against Novikov as well, who's a bit of a flyer as well, so it's going to be a great race.
For now, Adam moves up to 6th in the overall standings with 2 events to go. Iron Biby on top, still 5.5 points clear of his closest rival, Evan Singleton. Let's head back to Danny for the next event.
Well, thank you. And that event is the frame carry. It's 400 kilos, it's awkward, it's heavy. You've got to carry it 25 metres as quickly as possible. Not you, these guys. Luckily, the stage at the Royal Albert Hall just long enough, and Luke Stoltman managed 10.31 seconds with Schmorkstellis just behind him. After that, Pio Dwyer stormed home in 13 seconds. Tom Stoltman struggled slightly. Lawrence Charlet was up next, has not lost his touch. Hugely impressive, 12 seconds. With Gavin Bilton struggling. The crowd loved him though, 46.89 for him.
He hails from the United States of America.
We join the action with Evan Singleton, currently 2nd place overall. T-Rex, this is T-Rex Yoga. And he'll be up against, of course, Iron Biby. Do not judge him by his size. This man is deceptively fast.
Isn't he just? I did this event in Manchester, and my goodness me, he was quick a few years ago. He can shift for a big fella. Darren Sandler gets them underway, and look at this, a mistake from Biby early, and Singleton is capitalising. He's quick, he's screaming at Bishop, the record holder.
Well, look at that from Singleton, hugely impressive, and after a stumble at the start, a great recovery from Iron Biby. And this was Singleton's to win.
11.32 seconds. Actually, he's nowhere near the record, and he's behind Stoltman too.
And Iron Biby, 12.29 seconds. If he hadn't stumbled, who knows what he could have done.
Screaming at Bishop there. I think he says, I've done it, but he hasn't. Not even close, I'm afraid. Biby's acceleration was impressive, though.
World's strongest man, Oleksii.
To the reigning champ, the reigning world's strongest man, Novikov, taking on Britain's Adam Bishop, the current world record holder in this event. A little battle of giants.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And Novikov always with that incredible speed, everything he does.
Unbelievable, he smokes the
Wow.
world record holder. Wow.
That was an incredible performance from Novikov. 8.74.
A little steam train, that's what he was there. Unbelievable. And Bishop was really just beaten at the start, I think. 9:46, you can't complain about that. That's even quicker than Singleton.
Well, Novikov always leaps into action so quickly. Just ploughed ahead with that one.
Very upright. And almost up into a sprinter's position. That was extraordinary.
A massive win for Novikov there, just outside of the world record as he blitzed the Bish to take first place. Luke Stoltman an excellent third, with Biby placing top 5 too, which means that with one event to go, Biby is still on course for the title here in London. But Novikov is now just 2 points behind, and Singleton's in striking range too, while Adam Bishop continues his climb up the leaderboard to 4th. All set for a dramatic finale then at the Royal Albert Hall. One last event that will see one strongman crowned and will bring the curtain down on a legend of the sport. With one event to go, it's over to Colin and Danny.
Well, thank you, James. And yes, that event is the Castle Stones. 5 stones to lift, they get heavier and heavier. Schmork managed all 5 in just over 25 seconds. O'Dwyer, slower, 42.11. And Bishop's in the lead with 21.58. That's breaking news. Iron Biby is out. The overall leader has been withdrawn for health and safety reasons, injured his bicep. So we rejoin with Tom Stoltman up against Gavin Bilton. These are some tall men, Colin.
Absolute giants, 6'8" up against 6'6". Not exactly swimwear models, but these guys are fit for purpose. Both well over 400 pounds. And look at this, absolutely manhandling these. The Scotsman on the stones. So quick.
Well,
surely
look
to beat the
at
time.
this. He will beat the time. He has beaten the time. Tom Stoltman takes the lead in the Castle Stones, 16.97 seconds. Singleton, I think it's fair to say, has slowed down.
That's outrageous. Your Gav, big Gav is, I think, starting to feel the pace. Going into that 4th event, he was very high up the leaderboard in 5th position, but being offered a little bit of tacky glue there from his coach.
Well, he's done that. And now the heaviest stone, 180 kilos this.
I don't see it going up. He's tired, fatigued. It's very hot in here.
Well, a great attempt from Gavin Bilton. Takes him to 5th place currently in the Castle Stones. This guy is just unstoppable.
It's just crazy the way he lifts these stones. Just a one motion on the last one.
So, what is this then? Could it be the final event in Charlotte's career here? He's sharing it, of course, with Luke Stoltman.
Well, there's a man who's having, well, this must be the twilight of his career, his best form. He's looking really strong, Stoltman. And, of course, Lawrence Charlet, one of the greats of all time. He never won a world's strongest man title, but has won Europe's. But it's Luke Stoltman who's firing ahead here. All those years on the oil rigs, finally decided to come on land and become a professional sportsman 18 months ago, and it's paid off.
But here we go. What's going through his head right now, Lawrence Charlet? Will this be his final stone lift in the final event of his career?
Come on, Lawrence. Finish it off in style. Oh,
He does it. What a great athlete. What a lovely man. What a great career. Lawrence Charlet manages all 5. Just over 40 seconds here at the Royal Albert Hall.
Oh, do you think he's retired for sure? He said it would be. If it is, it's a glorious swan song from Charlie. And something he deserves a lot of praise for. It was hard to get in shape to compete with these guys. The sport keeps getting better and better, and now Singleton.
It was a WWE moment, wasn't it?
For sure.
Just needed him to whack him over the head with a plastic chair. And Singleton getting hyped up. Novikov.
He's having none of it.
As icy cold as ever.
Don't be ridiculous. Here we go then. Much shorter man, Novikov. His first couple will be that little bit harder for him, but my goodness, he's explosive.
Well, this is a fast start from both men, and really the title is up for grabs with Biby injured.
Nice comeback from T-Rex there. He's in the lead for sure, and this could grab him the title right here if he gets it up. Novikov catching. Oh!
Wow, what a finish. Both men making their way as quickly as possible to Magnus for Magnussen to see who was first. But that, of course, was the moment. Singleton took his hands off, Novikov just behind. And Singleton takes second place with 20.22. Just behind him was Novikov, who managed all five in 20.53.
Goodness, that was so tight. Went back and forth between these two men, but in the end it's Singleton who gets it, the rubber ring sticking to his finger. But neither man beating big Tom Stoltman.
No, what a time from Stoltman, 16.97 seconds, just off his own world record. And that battle at the end between Singleton and Novikov, giving them second and third in that event, which means the final standings, well, Novikov just edging forward and taking first place, Singleton behind him, and Iron Biby, after such a great start, takes third. But it's all about Novikov, and there he is, the reigning world's strongest man, takes the Strongman Classic. And you can't stop him, look, he's still doing weights.
Oleksii, what an amazing performance tonight. How do you feel to be the winner?
Thank you very much. I'm really happy. It's first win in Giant Life. So, and I have qualification in World's Strongest Man. So, I'm really happy.
I know the crowd would have absolutely loved you being here. I've really enjoyed watching you compete. I think you've been absolutely fantastic all night. Congratulations on a huge win.
Thank you very much.
Well, icons of the sport in an iconic venue. Eager to make this annual. Big man, tough in mind and body, able to force out a moustache in seconds. So let's enjoy this year's healthy-looking montage.